Hey crypto friends, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name's Garrett and welcome to Altcoin Radar. Today we are going to take a look at Star Atlas and see what it would take to reach a new all-time high again. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, if you are interested in trading and would like to try out the same exchange that I use on a regular basis, feel free to go ahead and check out MEXC with the link in the video description down below this video. I personally love this exchange for two big reasons. The first big reason is I'm a huge altcoin nerd, as most people know, and they have over 1,500 different altcoins for me to buy and trade at any given time. And in addition to that, as you guys can clearly see, MEXC has some of the cheapest trading fees in the entire industry right now as we speak. I mean, 0.01%, most exchanges are about 0.06%. So realistically, they're about 6 times cheaper, which is very nice because you get to keep more of your profits then. All right, guys, so before I actually go ahead and dive into this video and into the charts, for those of you who may not be familiar with this project, Star Atlas is one of those really cool gaming projects that basically combines decentralized gaming with a virtual metaverse that's set into a extremely sexy space theme and offers players the opportunity to explore a very, very vast and immersive science fiction universe. And they can, engage in space-themed gameplay and earn rewards in cryptocurrency as well. So that's very, very nice. And I should also say real quick that Star Atlas is one of those blockchain games that's very high on my list. And the simple reason why is because, in my personal opinion, Star Atlas is literally one of the only blockchain games out there that actually looks like it could be a AAA style game. All right. Now, I'm not talking about a console gaming AAA style game. I'm talking about Star Atlas has some of the absolute best graphics and the most immersive type of gameplay out of pretty much any other blockchain game in the space. And for good reason too. They've been working their asses on it. They've been working their asses off on it for quite a while now. So it's going to be pretty good. All right, so let's take a look at some price action, okay? So first thing I want to go over is how it can reach all-time highs again, okay? So realistically, I mean, none of us know what's going to happen in the future. We don't know how high Star Atlas is going to go, okay? And as many of you guys know, I'm not a hype type of person, okay? I'm not going to feed you a bunch of bullshit and tell you, oh my gosh, Star Atlas is going to go to $100 and it's going to go to the moon and shit. That's not me. I'm not that type of person. I'm a realistic type of person because I am investing real money into this stuff, and I do not like to make jokes about real money, okay? So realistically, we are going to check out how high it could go. And realistically, in the long term, I personally feel like Star Atlas could eventually reach market cap levels of Axie Infinity, okay? When Axie Infinity rose to a market cap level of roughly around $10 billion market cap. And here's the thing, Axie Infinity, that game sucks. It really does. There's nothing really that cool about it, okay? I don't understand how it even went as high as it did because it's really not even a cool game. But realistically, in the long-term grand scheme of things, I see no reason why Star Atlas can't reach these market cap levels at some point in the long term. Now, I'm not talking about price levels, okay? Because as you guys can clearly see, Axie Infinity went well over 150 bucks, 160 bucks. I don't see Star Atlas reaching 160 bucks or anything like that. I'm talking about market cap levels. I think it can easily reach a market cap level of $10 billion at some point in time in the long-term future, especially as, the game grows and as more and more players start playing it and all that good stuff, all right? So we're going to check and see real quick how high of a price that this price could go if it reached those levels, all right? So let me go ahead and grab my calculator here, and we'll go ahead and check this out. Because right now, as you guys can clearly see, Star Atlas has a very, very, very small market cap of roughly 14.6 million, which is super duper low, you guys. All right, so even 100x would be just out of this world, okay? So let's go ahead and check this out real quick, all right? So if we go ahead and take the current price, 0.0014, actually, we're not even going to go with 1.4. We'll just go with 1.5 because it's pretty much, close enough. We're just going to round things off. Even if we were to multiply this by 100, if it went 100x, we'd be at a 15-cent Star Atlas coin. And if we go ahead and multiply that by its circulating supply of 1,000 million billion, 9.8 billion tokens, we're going to come out with, let's see here, 9.8 billion, 1,000 million, whoops, one too many zeros. 1,000 million billion, 9.8 billion tokens. We are going to come out with a market cap of roughly $1.4 billion. That's nowhere near, guys, that's nowhere near the market cap that Axie Infinity ended up reaching at, okay? So again, if it were to reach market cap levels of $10 billion, we got to go ahead and multiply this by more. So we're going to take that 100x and we're going to actually multiply it by roughly 700x, okay? So if we were to go ahead and take, let's see here, 0.0015 and multiply it by 700, wow, that's insane. We're going to come out with a $1.05 Star Atlas coin, all right? So now if we go ahead and multiply this by 9.8 billion for the circulating supply, we are going to come out with 1,000 million billion. We're going to come out with a market cap of a little over $10 billion, okay? So realistically, in the long-term grand scheme of things, I see no reason why this project can't reach a high of at least $1 at some point in the long-term future, okay? Now, again, we are talking about a widespread adoption event, okay? I'm not talking about, you know, specifically this next bull run or anything like that, okay? I'm talking about long-term grand scheme of things when people start to play this game on a regular basis, because that's exactly when this kind of thing is going to happen, okay? So realistically, long term, I see no reason why I can't reach Axie Infinity market cap levels in a bull, you know, in a high bull market and reach, you know, levels of $1. As you guys can see in the past, it's already got a current all-time high of roughly 27 cents. So realistically, that's only 4x from where it's already been in the past. So realistically, long term, I personally think it can happen. All right. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at the charts here real quick, before I wrap this video up, let's go ahead and take a look at this chart. Now, as you guys can see here, I am on the daily chart. I am a long-term trader, long-term investor, okay? So I'm not trading the 1 hour charts. I'm not trading the 2 hour charts. I'm usually trading the large macro charts, okay? The daily chart and the weekly chart and stuff like that. Those are the main types of charts that I really only care about. So when we take a look at this here, we can clearly see that Star Atlas hasn't been really moving too much, and you can clearly see that in here with you know with price action that's been pretty low for quite a while, and it's been moving pretty sideways for quite a while. We did end up going up pretty high at one point in time, all the way up to 0.002, but that was very, very brief, and people instantly took profits and sold pretty much immediately. Now, as we can see here, we are currently resting right around this support level, or sorry, resistance level of right around 0.001489. All right. Now, what needs to happen here is we need to start clearing these next resistance levels one by one and start heading upwards. Okay. Realistically, I don't see this really happening unless we start to get a bunch of large liquidity into Star Atlas. When that will happen, who knows? I really don't know. No one really knows. But realistically, in the long-term grand scheme of things, I mean, we need to start breaking these resistance levels in order to continue start moving higher and higher and higher. The fact that a lot of these wicks have retraced back down, that kind of scares me, to be brutally honest with you, because it means that people are basically pumping the price up and other people are immediately taking profits, like immediately, just to get out. So realistically, we need to start seeing some very healthy price actions coming in to Star Atlas in order to start seeing the price continue to rise up healthily in the long term. And a lot of these resistance levels have a lot to do with it. So realistically, if we end up breaking through this 0.001489 level right here, and we end up closing above it, I see no reason why we won't continue to go higher and reach this next level up here, okay? And once we reach this next level, we'll probably end up, depending on what the rest of the market is doing as far as Bitcoin and everything else, we need to break these levels in order to keep going upwards, all right? So realistically, though, overall in the grand scheme of things, as far as the project is concerned, I see no reason why this project can't reach higher heights in the long term, especially as more and more gamers continue to want to play the game and continue to show interest in the actual game itself. Because realistically, it's by far one of the best looking blockchain games that we currently have. And that's kind of what I'm basing all of my speculation on here. So Overall here though, you guys, as you guys can clearly see, there's a lot of room for growth for Star Atlas, okay? Especially in the long-term grand scheme of things. But if any of you guys have any questions about anything that I mentioned in this video or anything that's related to altcoins or trading in general, feel free to go ahead and reach out to me in my free community Discord server, which you can also find a link to in the description below this video as well. But overall here, you guys, that's going to pretty much do it for this video. So I will go ahead and wrap this one up. But if you guys haven't already, before you guys leave, go ahead and make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you never miss a new crypto and altcoin video from me on a regular basis. And hey guys, with that said, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the comment section down below of my future videos.